Yeah. The Illuminati knows the answers, taking bone samples to clone rappers. But the artists in prison to silence their vision, genetic copies going home after. They look different, eyes shifted, smile missing, skin lifted. It's scientific. If they can't control you, they erase the old you. Get your duplication to enforce their message. They clone Gucci, clone Kodak, cloned Eminem. He ain't rap since Encore, know that. Cloning rappers when they overdose to keep making money from producing more tracks. The game is a sham, turning the artists who challenge to sacrificial lambs. The labels and devils are shaking hands, creating our artists in labs.
The executions have been televised, oh, they're on TMZ like every night. They take our heroes, give us weaponized clones. The revolution won't be televised. I can't be replicated. Copy the attitude and the chains, but no one will ever do me the same. I can't be replicated. Try to control me, then guess again. Rebellion lives in my DNA. I can't be replicated, duplicated, imitated, fabricated, eliminated. No, I can't be replicated. The system designed me to be a slave. I'm the glitch in the matrix they can't escape.
Yeah, man. Conspiracy Couch number 21, right, Foil?
About right.
We are talking about clones, man, today. Clones, cloned rappers, all things clone related over here. What's going on, fam? I see you out there, Koala, Elise. What's up, OC Buns, Patricia Saradol, Gert, Morning Flower, Metal Plated Face Job, Nick Houston, Sarah Gray, Jen Seppi, Dodie Danny, CK Whitehorse 180, Wonder Mod, Home of Gondor. That's a new one. No, Horn. It's Horn of Gondor. Whoops, my bad. It's Horn of Gondor. Reign with him. Good to see you guys. Amy the Butterfly Beacon. Always good to see you. I like kind of doing this in the day now. We get to see different friends, you know. There's new friends showing up that we don't normally see as much.
Right.
I can tell that they can come now, which is cool. You know what I mean?
Right.
Super cool.
Welcome
What's up,
to the
Foil?
Conspiraverse.
The Conspiraverse,
I like that.
right?
The Conspiraverse, right?
Conspiraverse. That's nice. Yeah, clones, man. It's a thing. It's a total thing.
Totally a thing.
Foil got me going into this rabbit hole about clone rappers, and I was like, dude, I drank too much covfefe this morning, Foil. Not enough water. I've been fasting, guys, so if I drink too much coffee, I'm not eating. So it's like I get a little geeked.
That's all right.
But that's all right. We don't mind me like that, right? I'm more fun that way. So, anyway. Yeah, what is it, afternoon? Yeah, good afternoon, everybody. What's up, Foil? How you doing?
Morning for me, sir.
Yeah, I know why do you call me sir? I just don't understand why you do that. But you do it.
All right, thanks for the phone, Blonde Barbecue.
Blonde
Hi.
Barbecue.
Right.
Hi, ladies. Hello
Hey,
to
Speak.
you. Speak Uneasy. Good to see ya. Yeah, man. Yeah, of course you can call in, Tyler. Are you a clone? He's going to confess that he's a clone today on today's show.
That would be awesome.
Woo.
That would be awesome.
Right?
Right?
We gotta get our tunes, Foil. I feel like we need our tunes now. Belushi coming with the cookie because I rock ruffs and stuff with my afro puffs. Hey, rock on with your bad self. I'm fasting too. Yeah, fasting for the win, guys, because it does a number of things to you that are very healthy and good. We should all be fasting. It's a great idea. And but it's very hard to do. It is very hard to do.
Yeah, the clones hate it, I'm sure. What's up, Lucid Leopard?
Lucid
Thanks
Leopard.
for the can.
Attack of the Clones. That's right.
Attack of the Clones.
Do we have any clones out there? What's going on, T-Roy? Yeah, shout out to the lurkers. What's up, D-Live? What's up, Twitch? YouTube? Foxhole?
Don't tell me,
Rockfin.
Pissy Chrissy. This is morning for me, and you know this.
Yeah, Foil does not like doing 11 a.m. shows. She is not with that at all, but she does it because, well, Commander
This
Alara.
is for you guys, right?
Yep.
Right.
All right, so yes, of course you can call in, Tyler, and we'll be putting the numbers on. We'll be putting the numbers on the screen here shortly, Tyler. We just generally don't put them on until we're ready to start having people call in. We're gonna show you guys some stuff first.
Oh, so much stuff.
And then thank you, Trick Pony, coming with 100 gold pills. Thank you so much. T-Roy coming with the shades. Love watching Alara and Foil. Yeah, we're something, aren't we, to watch? We're like watching a dumpster fire. It's great. Thanks, T-Roy. Appreciate the love and support.
Yay, yay.
So, all right, well, I think we should go ahead and get into it. Foil, what do you
Man.
think?
There's so much. So much.
There's so much. All right, let's get started here.
Complete biological duplicates.
Oops.
Talk like us. Even seem to think like us. And yet they are not. Human clones. Complete biological duplicates. Could they soon be living among us? According to some researchers, they already are. Multiple whistleblowers have testified that human cloning was developed by highly classified black-budget military projects.
Since '38, we've been making clone people.
Could some of your favorite entertainers have been secretly replaced with clones? What about politicians or world leaders? Welcome to a brave new world of human cloning, where complete duplicates of anyone living or dead can be created to order.
Have I met a clone? Yeah, I think I met some clones before.
See, so there's clones amongst us.
Now, with stunning new scientific breakthroughs, and several celebrities, including Nicki Minaj and B.O.B., tweeting about human cloning, what was once relegated to the realm of science fiction now appears to be a reality. It's time to take a closer look at human cloning.
Thank you to Texas Q Patriot coming with the ship. I'm always drinking late. Speak uneasy with the can. Regards from the bartender. All right. Belushi with the cookie. I am not a clone. Peace signs in the air. And Don S with the cookie as well. Thank you guys.
In 1997, researchers in Scotland created worldwide controversy when they announced the successful cloning of the first mammal, Dolly the sheep.
Cloning. Cloned from an adult sheep in a laboratory.
The first adult mammal to be successfully cloned.
The news was that scientists in Scotland had successfully cloned a sheep in a laboratory.
If a lamb, why not a man?
The front page of Time magazine asked, "Will there ever be another you?" January 24th, 2018. Scientists at the Chinese Academy of Sciences and Institute of Neuroscience in Shanghai announced the first successful cloning of a rhesus monkey, breaking a key barrier to the development of human clones. But is this achievement really the first of its kind? It is generally accepted that classified government research projects are typically 2 or 3 decades ahead of their open source equivalents, meaning the technological and scientific advancements made by the shadow government are roughly 30 years ahead of what is available to the general public.
Oh, now you know we're going about cloning. Cloning techniques, since 1938, they've been making clone people. There's 8 countries making clones. I have a doctor friend that all it does is treat the clones.
Where do you get your information?
I get it from some of the people that are willing to come forth, and they talk to me because they hope I'll put the information out, because they always got 2 people following them and they may be killed. If I start talking about cloning too much, the people that get involved into that disappear on it. So I don't go into too many more details, but there is information that's available. If you guys can rent a video, the boys from Brazil, rent it, because in it gives you the exact way how our government's been making people.
Really?
Yeah, different method.
I mean, making people meaning temporary people?
No, walking, talking ones.
Meaning through genetics? You're not talking about that?
Well, let me tell you. The movie shows it, but I'll share it with you right now.
All right.
All I need to do is take 2 cells off of your body, yours.
Uh-huh.
We give them a small electrical charge. I'm just now act like a fertilized egg. If I got a fertilized egg, all I need is a receiver in order to make it. So they were hypnotizing women, said they were being invaded by aliens, and the fetus starts growing, right? Needs food. Well, they can use cows and sheep too. It's, again, a food source. That's all we need. After about 14 weeks, all of a sudden that fetus is gone, because they've learned to take. That's when the fetus starts developing its own blood supply. Then they've used a pituitary hormone extract that they have, which accelerates the being that grows.
I knew that in 1996 the BBC reported secret human cloning had gone on 5 years before.
Oh, Alex.
In
my
places
guy.
like South Korea. England, and other areas. But you were able to dig up a Time Life magazine article. What year is this from?
1965.
And in here they've got photos of human clones, cow clones, embryonic, growing in artificial wombs. I thought the clones started in about 1990. This admits they were doing it in the 60s.
Dr. Peter Beater.
Oh, man.
So much.
That rabbit hole is deep,
so
man.
much there.
Share
right?
within with the can. Thank you. Belushi with the cookie. They are all clone, man. They are all clone, man. It's a new language he's got going there. The Grouch 79 with the cookie. Good afternoon, friends. Good afternoon to you, Grouch. Thank you so much. And Belushi with the cookie. They've been cloning since the 70s successfully. And that was to you. What's going on, Sookie? Good to see ya. And
hey.
Maxinon, good to see ya. Laura,
up,
QAnon. What's up, friends? Hi. Yeah, so, man.
You know what's crazy is that just remind two things that we didn't talk about during the rabbit hole that we went down the other night. Number one, Dave Chappelle.
Right?
Now he had that weird situation and came back, was totally different. And then Hillary Clinton. It's funny because remember we had that picture of her and Bill on the beach the other day, and then somehow miraculously she's at the memorial for 9/11 the other day, seems to have lost like 3,000 pounds, looks totally different.
Yeah, she does that all the time. There's clearly something highly suspect going on with that situation.
Right? Remember when the clone was glitching out, she was seasoned and stuff?
Okay, now some of you may know about this. Let's go into this rapper, dude. So some of you may know about this, but I had no idea about this because I don't really follow the rap world too much, right? So I didn't know about this, right? So, but there's this. Do you know more? Tell them about who this Kid Boo guy
is. So there was a rapper
start here.
That came up on SoundCloud, right? And he got an interview on Vlad TV, which kind of made him like legit to the industry, right? So he flat out came out and said that he was a clone created by CloneAid, right? Came with a registration number, all of this stuff he was talking, right? You could tell the interviewer was like, all right, right? Proceeded, really pushed this idea. Went on Instagram Live with an alleged clone video of him and his clone.
We're going to show you guys all this stuff.
And we're going to show you. Just came with it. And what's crazy is if you want to show them real quick, the CNN CloneAid.
Let me just get Sookie with the cookie. Best duo on the foxhole right here. Oh, Sookie, man. Sookie laying it on thick today. Thank you, friend. Right. Cloaked Unseen World gifted the cookie. Doug's a clone. Doug's a drone. Doug wipes Biden's behind with a sandpaper. No class. Biden left one sore ass. I don't know what. I can't translate that, but thank you, Cloaked. Sookie with the cookie. Love this new time. That's great. I'm so glad that so many new friends can join us at the new time. That's awesome.
Yes.
And what's going on, Scott? Good to see you here. Yep, we got a new daytime show for the couch. This is fantastic. All right, so we're gonna go into what timestamp do we start on the Kid Boo thing?
Well, show them the CNN article real quick.
Okay.
Right, because
he
claims.
Okay.
The one about CloneAid.
Okay, so
he claims that he was cloned by CloneAid, which is a Canadian company that was started and funded by the Raelians. Now, if you know anything about the Raelians, this is like a UFO cult religion group that has been experimenting with weird tech. Mm-hmm. It's so bizarre, but they had come out years ago and claimed that they had cloned the first baby girl. Then they came out another, I don't know what it was, a year or 2 years later, said they had cloned a baby boy. They were involved in human cloning. To the point that it was carrying on CNN, which at the time people took as a reputable news agency. Right. Hey, Rise, thanks for the can. You guys should play from McDonald's. We did, as a matter of fact. We were showing cloned rappers at the very beginning.
Yeah, we played at the beginning. Mm-hmm.
Just V with the can. Thank you. Happy Monday. Yes. And obviously the article's so old that it's got this whacked looking site. But this is from CNN.com. They came out and said that they had cloned their first baby boy. Isn't it illegal though?
Isn't it illegal? How can you come out and say you're cloning people and not get rated?
Well, at the time, yes. In the United States, human cloning is illegal. Even in China, they claim that human cloning is illegal, which is odd because they're doing all kinds of weird shit over there. But again, I don't know what the law is in Canada. I have no idea.
Rain with him.
Nevertheless, they said it.
Rain with him coming with the canned cheers. Maybe we need to clone the Foxhole Patriots, right?
If we're going to be cloning somebody.
I think the content creators would like to be cloned at this point, right?
That would be great.
Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah. So I don't know where the time skip is. I might have to skip forward. So this is Kid Boo. This is him in an interview talking about how he's wild. A clone. Right. I think it's like.
Thank you.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like, you know,
I think it's like a minute in.
Everyone works towards that, you know, that video that goes viral.
That's false. My first gen was born in
there
Jersey.
He goes.
However,
his first generation clone.
Jersey?
Yeah, yeah. Originally, my first gen. I'm a second gen now. That's why you see the celebrity bursts say I'm born in Toronto, but that's false. My first gen was born in Jersey. However, I was cloned by ArtiQuLate in Canada. My model number is 0112568, if anyone wants to see the registration and ArtiQuLate.
Okay.
Come on in.
And you ended up in South Florida?
Yeah.
Okay. And what nationality are you?
Sicilian and Puerto Rican.
Okay. Sicilian and Puerto Rican. Okay.
Yeah.
I can see that now.
Those are my two genomes.
Okay. So who's the Puerto Rican one? Who's the Sicilian one?
When I was cloned, they wiped a lot of memory, but when I stole the documents before escaping, I read that the mother was Puerto Rican and I guess the father, surrogate, you could say, was the sperm donor was the Sicilian.
Okay, so you were a test tube baby.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And I guess you have a fraternal twin.
All right, so Homeboy claims he's a clone. He said this in interviews.
Right. Yes. And I mean, it went viral, clearly, very quickly, to the point that we were getting reaction videos from, you know, obviously popular YouTubers. And then when he did his Instagram Live, there was some shenanigans with that too.
Yeah, so let's play the so he goes on Instagram, right? And he's like, I've been trying to tell y'all I'm a clone, y'all didn't believe me. He goes on Instagram Live and he makes this video, right? To try to convince everybody that he's not making this up. So we'll see what you guys think. We'll see what you think about this video. Let's roll it.
Yeah. We top live yet though? Nah. I'm gonna wait till we get top live. Now I'm gonna expose myself.
I can't turn it up anymore, you guys, so you're gonna turn up your volume.
Right here, today, right now. So I'll wait. Record your screens. If you hate Kid Boo, you definitely gonna wanna record your screens. If you doubt me, think I'm a liar, I'm gonna come clean today and I'm gonna air everything out. I'm gonna tell you guys.
Belushi says he's a twin. So hold on. We'll talk about it after this plays.
Record your screens. Alright, so a lot of y'all were talking about the clone being fake. I thought I was lying about being cloned. Yo, come over here. Sure you want me to do this? Yeah, fuck that shit. Go ahead. What y'all gotta say now? You see him. We got the same tattoos, same hair, same genetic structure. Look at my clone. Go ahead. What you gotta say now? I mean, I'll wait all day. We gonna go live, bro. I mean, we gonna go viral. We gonna go real viral on this one. Fuck everybody who doubted us. Legalize cloning. Cut the live.
Okay, now I was thinking, Foil. We were both thinking this. We were like, okay, so what's really going on here? So he added himself to the video because that's not hard to do, right? So we were analyzing the video looking like, okay, can we see a break in the thing? Are they
Yeah,
actually looking at each other? Are they responding to one another? Like, you know.
There doesn't like the debunk videos, you could see a stitch in the frame when they were trying to replicate or debunk him. And we're not saying this guy is, you know, that we necessarily absolutely believe this guy, but it is just an example of somebody made the claim, came out publicly and said, I see a lot of you guys like, you know, kind of laughing in the chat. I get it, right? But it gets deeper than that, right? Because he's not the only one.
Like, so Belushi coming with the cookie, dude tried to spin that he's a clone, but he's really a twin. Okay. And the interviewer said he's a twin.
The interviewer said, so you have a fraternal twin. And then he goes on to say, well, do you guys look alike? And he was like, well, kind of, but not really.
Right.
You know, fraternal twins are not identical twins.
Okay, so, but here's my question. If he's a twin, if the dude's a twin, which that's a plausible explanation, right? They literally have the same exact body structure and the same tattoos. So did his twin get in the exact same shape as him and get all the same exact tattoos so that they could go on Instagram and pretend he's a clone? I mean, that's what we have to believe. Yeah, and it would need to
be an identical twin. Mm-hmm. And then I see somebody in Foxhole mentioning tattoos. Well, allegedly they do in the clone lab when they replace these people, whatever, if they're rappers with tattoos, that they also replace the tattoos.
Well, they'd have to, or it wouldn't work. And most of the rappers have a lot of tattoos.
A lot of tattoos.
Yeah, most people in the music industry have a lot of tattoos. So that would be Leyland coming with the cookie. Love you, ladies.
Much love, Leyland.
Yeah, so, I mean, I don't know, man. We're just presenting all the stuff that we found, and, you know, you guys can share your input. That's what this show is for. It's for people to call in, share their input and stuff they know, and us to try to arrive at some sort of, I don't even know that we'll ever arrive at. I mean,
because if we believe that they're cloning political figures, most people that watch the show will be like, yeah, okay, they make clones. We believe they make clones.
Hold on, let's ask them. How many people out in the chat, put a 1 in the chat if you believe they are actively cloning political figures, and a lot of the political figures we see are actually clones. Put a 1 in the chat.
Or at least some of them. Maybe not all, but some of them. But if you're willing to believe political figures could be clones, why would they not also take some of the biggest influencers on culture and make clones that are subservient to whatever their dictates are as well? You know, I mean, there are claims made about everybody from Eminem and Lil Wayne to Kodak Black and Gucci Mane. I mean, like, this has totally become a thing in the culture at the moment.
Yeah, we're fully going down the clone rabbit hole. We're just going to present all the stuff we find. See, look, I'd say about 99.8% of all the chats combined believe the political figures, some of the ones we're seeing, are cloned. So.
Right. So, now, I mean, it would make sense that they would be cloning movie stars and rappers or rock stars. Like, if they're going to do that, they're going to do it wherever it suits them, right?
Right. So, yeah, I mean, Kid Buu might be running game, possibly.
Right.
Maybe he is. We're just presenting what we found. But I would say that it's definitely going on. I personally do not believe the Eminem that we're looking at today is the original Eminem. In fact, I think that about quite a few of them. You know what I mean? So this guy's really entertaining. We found this guy in the process. His name's Nate Push Weights.
Yeah, that's my guy.
Yeah. And we just think he's really entertaining. We thought we'd play a couple clips of him. Clips of him. Water B Yoch. Yo, hey, my favorite spirit
Warrior
animal.
Biatch.
Loyal to the foil. Hugs to you. Look at that. You're somebody's spirit animal, Foil. You're winning.
I love being somebody's spirit animal. Makes my whole day. Thanks, Warrior Biatch.
All right, so here, let's see what this guy's saying. This is what he says about Kid Buu.
Right now, let's talk about it. Let's basically have a discussion on why people think this Kid Buu dude is a clone and why he has a clone. And
I'm still stuck on his YouTube award.
In the back? Yeah, it's great.
Now, Rice Gum came out with the video. He was the first one to come out with a video, and I saw it. He said, SoundCloud rapper is a clone. He has a clone. And it was actually pretty funny. I was watching, I was like, this cannot be real. You feel me? This cannot be real. This has to be fake, photoshopped, whatever. It turned out this dude really said that he was a clone. He has a clone, and he was, I guess, from the future or something. I don't know. Now, something just popped up on Instagram about a couple of days ago, and it was basically him going live on Instagram and basically saying that, yeah, I'm about to prove to y'all that I have a clone. So he on Instagram Live, he had a video, right? Now this video, basically, let me just show y'all right here.
I was talking about the clone being fake.
All right, we already watched this.
I thought I was lying.
I like his commentary.
It's two of him.
We pulled like 10 videos from Nate
One of
Push
him
Weight.
would be the clone, and the other him would be him.
Nate Push Weights.
Let me know what y'all think about this situation. Do y'all think this is real? Does it look real? Because we're going to be breaking down the whole detail from left and right. You got the rapper with the same haircut, same tattoos. Another rapper comes in, appeared to be his clone, takes off his shirt, same hair color, same tattoos, same everything. Literally just sitting right next to each other. Let me know in the comment section if y'all think this is his clone right now. Now, for the people that don't think for the people that don't think that this is his clone.
We should pay more of his commentary with the other ones, Foil. We have too much to go through. He's not really...
There's a ton.
Yeah, there's a ton. Okay, so... Anyway, yeah, we're a fan now of Nate Push Weights. He's very entertaining if you watch enough of his videos, especially about clone rappers.
Right?
Yeah, and his YouTube award in the back is the greatest thing ever.
Right.
He gave himself a YouTube award and put it in the back on the wall. What's going on, White Hat? Good to see you, man. Glad we could make your work day better.
Your white day better. Yeah.
Oh man, we're already lit today,
like
Foil.
white. Thanks, Warrior Biatch. I need a healthy clone to give me some new body and internal organs. I know, right?
Okay, where are we going from here? So,
well, it doesn't stop with Kid Buu, right? Who is he talking about next?
Should we
have
play
Nate Push Weight?
The little Wayne clip or what? Where do you want to go? That's
kind of crazy.
So people say Kodak Black is one. People say Lil Wayne is one. Now I told you guys I don't follow the rap world like that, so I don't really know the big significant differences in these people. So we've been going through these videos, trying to see what other people who do follow this say.
And it bears mentioning.
Somebody put at the top of this
that Trump saved both Lil Wayne and Kodak Black. I'm just saying, right?
Yeah, I didn't even know about that. That's super weird. Texas Q Patriot with the cookie.
Thank you.
All right, let's see what this guy's saying about Lil Wayne.
I don't know what he going through, but I hope he through it. Forgot the R.
Throw it.
But yeah,
throw it.
He's not going through nothing. It's not a real person. I was a fan of Lil Wayne. I know about him being discovered by Baby and joining Cash Money at the age of 9. I know about him shooting himself with a 9mm. I know about him losing his father before he got famous. His real father being the name.
Did we save the video of him shape-shifting on the stage?
That's this one.
Oh, it is?
That's this one.
I know about Lil Wayne being a believer in the Father and Son Jesus and being God-fearing and all of that. I'm knowing. Damn it, Lil Wayne is a demon. and like I said, all these demons that say all this stuff, they lie. They don't believe in what they say. They don't want to believe in no truth. And they put it out here, and people believe it. Lil Wayne promoting suicide and silence. Illuminati symbolism, 2 finger, thumb out. I know people gonna hate on this video, man. I know there's a lot of Lil Wayne fans out there. Here you go, all seeing eye on the chin. They put it on the chin. I knew sooner or later he'd have one of these somewhere on his body. Damn body marked up like a subway train.
I haven't noticed the differences in the way he looks. Foil, have you? I know you follow the rap world a little bit. You know, does he really look that different or what?
Something does seem to have
him
changed.
Shifting on the stage.
Maybe halfway through the video. And here's the thing, and Alara and I had this discussion too. Like, this video shows him literally shape-shifting on stage, right?
Behind
Which
Lil Wayne's image.
Well, let me play it real quick.
could be
Man,
demon
you can't hide it.
intervention.
And yeah, like I said, I know about Lil Wayne saying that he's God-fearing, he believes in the Father and the Son, Jesus. He said that in an interview back in 2011, and here he is, a year later at the VMA Awards, 2012.
Yeah, this is it.
And boom, eyes changed.
Yeah, I don't know
instantaneously.
what the demon possession thing has to do with clones, though. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean,
what
listen,
the demon
a
can
lot of
inhabit
people
the clone,
believe,
or what?
you would think, at least I would rampantly speculate that that's entirely possible. Probably easier, as I don't believe that clones would have souls.
All right, let's watch this whole shape-shifting situation here. Let's figure this out.
While performing. I seen the video. I got the video. Hold up. Wait a minute, man. That's some bull. You said you God-fearing and all that. Believe in the Father and the Son. 1 year. And then the next year, this happens. Lil Wayne been gone, man. Been gone. I should have been known that when he came out with the song Money on My Mind. Keep your money on your mind and your mind on your money. But what you really should do is keep your mind on the Father and the Father on your mind.
The only thing I'm
See how
thinking
they
with this
switch it
though
up.
is that could be that could be a distortion with the lighting on stage. The lights on stage are nuts.
Maybe. I mean, maybe.
But,
who knows?
Yeah,
I mean,
seen this part. I seen how Lil Wayne's face structure changed. That demon popped out for a split couple seconds right here. Right
I
here.
mean, this
boom.
is no different than Beyonce shape-shifting. They say Beyonce has
I'm
a
just
clone
like,
too.
man,
Yeah, well,
people
I mean,
thinking,
the
well, maybe
change
put
that she went through is dramatic. She went from being like a somewhat normal person to like full satanic, priestess, basically. So
Thank you, Be the Light for the can. Be the Light says cans for clones. Thank you, Rise the Tire for the cans. Rise says clones don't have souls, so they're able to be possessed easier. Always
See?
thought
That's what I was
they're
thinking.
always used for ceremonies. Yes.
And
You know.
Sookie with the cookie. Wait,
Sookie with the cookie?
Sookie with the cookie. Bricker. Wait, that wasn't a
Right.
very good record. I tried though. Where's Sookie with the cookie? Do the transpocalypse next. What is the transpocalypse?
Transhuman apocalypse, I assume. is what she's
contact
meaning.
lenses in.
Okay, we could do that.
How the hell he do that? His hands ain't nowhere near his eyes to do that. Look, eyes are regular. Now they change. He ain't put them in that
I don't
quick,
know.
man. That's a damn demon. Lil Wayne.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah,
I'll
they
give you
did
that.
point out
I
this-
mean, you guys know I'm very skeptical. Could be lights. Lights can do weird stuff on stages, dude. They and cameras and all that. But at the same time, yes, it looks suspect, highly
The
suspect.
whole thing is just reshaping in front of you. I'm surprised they ain't take this video down. Because it's right here. That damn demon.
Looks like that dude from what's that movie, that series of horror movies they did, with the scary looking face. I don't know, that didn't really make much sense.
Right? Which series of horror movies with the scary looking face that really narrows it down, Alara?
Right. So, where do we go from here? So
Well,
there's
here's
Lil
the
Wayne.
thing.
Maybe. Do you want to go into the sauce on gene editing and?
Yeah, you can pull that. I mean, listen, show them the pets, right?
Pets? All right,
because
I'll go to the
here's
pets.
something that they openly admit to, right? That you can clone your pets, like legit clone your pets.
Been able to clone your pets for a long time.
Been able to clone your
Super
pets.
creepy. Super creepy. I don't know. Super creepy. But yeah, you can totally clone your pet. And so to believe that they're not cloning human beings in black projects is just
Right. Yeah.
Of
And
course
somebody
it's
had pointed
happening.
out earlier when you said, isn't that against the law? Yeah, the laws are for us, not for them. These people do whatever they
right.
want.
This is true. This is completely accurate.
You know,
The
these
laws
people
are
do
for
whatever
them.
they want.
For us, I mean. Okay.
Thanks for the cookie, Grouch.
So allegedly Kodak Black. Where do you want to go from here? You some commentary from our buddy here, Nate. From our buddy Nate,
sure.
who pushes weights about Kodak
Right.
Black.
Bring it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he come out of prison, lost all that weight,
Black
allegedly,
is a
doesn't
clone.
drink,
I mean,
smoke.
we all see it. Come on. Don't come up in here and be like, yo, he's not a clone. Bro, let me know in the comment section what y'all think. Do y'all think he is a clone or is he not a clone? Like, You don't just come out of jail a whole, your face glowing, your body glowing, everything, your chin line coming out. You literally was like 200 pounds coming into jail, and coming out now you like a $125. Like what is this? Y'all cannot tell me this guy is not a clone. Now, today we're gonna be watching a video. Kodak Black's clone speaks for the first time after being released from jail. Now, not to mention Donald Trump got him out, so I mean, there's something fishy going on right there. You know, I mean. There's people, there's brothers in the pen right now still doing the marijuana charge, and they still got about 12 years left on their sentence. And you mean to tell me Kodak Black just got out off of nothing, pretty much? Something's not fishy to that, guys? Y'all let me know in the comment section. Let's get right into this video, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Comment.
Okay, so I think that's enough of Nate Pushes Weights. Well, what should we go into now? The BBC article.
Methods.
China jails gene edited baby scientists for 3 years. Let's go into China gene editing. Like,
so China has been working on things that are not openly talked about in this country, right? Prior to them, and this is gene editing where they jailed the scientists. They took this guy took what he claims ended up being twins. But again, that's what he claims. Edited them to be HIV resistant and potentially more intelligent with the gene swaps that he did. Before that, now I pulled an article where they show that China had openly admitted to cloning.
We got the video on
embryos.
the clone. We got the video on the clone monkeys. Should I show that real quick?
Yeah, go right ahead.
All right, let's do the video on the clone monkeys in China. Hold on. Boom. All right, here we go.
Professor Li Jianyuan is the head of China's leading human embryonic cloning research team, which has just successfully cloned 5 embryos using a new technique developed by his group. The method involves taking cells, commonly from the skin of a donor, and injecting them into a human egg. The technique is used to create stem cells, cells that have the ability to grow into any type of tissue in the body, and which could, theoretically, be used to cure numerous illnesses.
People care about this field of research because of its amazing potential. There are many diseases right now that can't be cured by traditional medical treatments. But if we can make use of this technique for cloning embryos, we can get useful cells to help treat patients, and for things like organ transplants.
Despite its potential to aid the suffering of millions, the technique is controversial because the removal of stem cells leads to the destruction of the cloned embryo. However, the ethical argument, which many countries are now debating, has already been won in China because of long-held beliefs.
According to ancient Confucian ideas, a person is only truly considered to be a human after birth. Embryos or fetuses are not counted as human, and this idea has been around for thousands of years. So for Chinese studying cloning techniques to get stem cells, having to destroy many embryos is not a problem.
Despite the moral clarity that scientists in China are able to work under, the government has imposed strict regulations on the way they carry out their research, and many in the country still voice caution over the technology.
Even if it is not considered human, it is still a human embryo, and we must treat it in a proper way, according to ethics. We can't just do what we want with it, and that is why we have regulations in place.
While
controversy over cloning human embryos for stem cells rages on in most of the world,
and you know, Chinese they're making chimeras. We talk about all the time on Space Force News.
Oh, listen, Alex Jones was talking about it 20 years ago, and there are numerous examples of how they have mixed and swapped out genomes already. Human-animal hybrids, not a joke. Totally a thing.
These people are sick, Dave MC. You're absolutely right.
And not
to
a
take the
thing because
research
Alex
to the
said it
next
was a
stage,
thing, but a
and
thing
after
because
this
it's a
latest
thing.
breakthrough, are now poised to become global leaders in the field. 2,000-year-old principles helping them combat 21st century problems.
Man, this planet is out of hand.
Do
dude.
clones have
It's
to
out of
pay
hand.
taxes?
Right?
I don't know.
It's a great
Probably.
question. We don't know the answer to that.
Be the
Okay?
Light said, anybody else find it fishy that Methods pops in when the clone talk starts?
He needs one. Clearly, he stated this. You know what I mean? He's probably doing his due diligence. All right, so, all right.
Here's the thing.
Where are we
We
going
know
from here?
they can do it. They've showed us examples of them doing it. We know that a lot of this stuff was reported years ago. So the question is, where are they at now? I mean, clearly the majority of you guys think that they're cloning at least some of our political figures. So it just makes sense that this is a much larger project than what we're
Sorry,
being
Foyle.
told.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
No, that's all right. Thanks, Giuseppe, for the cookie.
So my friend Abby Lynn, shout out to Abby Lynn, the divine being Abby Lynn, adore her. So she told me that Ed Sheeran, that they show, now I don't know anything about this, you guys. She just told me about this like yesterday. She said that Ed Sheeran, they actually show him dying or something in the music video, and allegedly he's a clone now, or I don't know. So we'll just show you the clip from the Ed Sheeran suspect music video situation and see if anybody has more input on this whole situation with him than I do, because I don't know anything about it. But this is the part in the video she says that shows it.
Jules of Truth, thank you for the cookie. Just joining. Did you talk about the Hillary clone at the 9/11 tribute? Yeah, I just brought that up a few minutes ago. It is crazy. The picture of her on the beach is not the same woman that it was at the tribute. That's for sure.
Okay, so I think it's at 222, right? I think it's at 222.
I don't know.
Hold on. I think it's at 222. All right, here we go.
Left to lose or use or do my bad habits lead to white eyes staring into space, and I know I lose control of the things that I say. Yeah, I was looking for a way out now.
Yeah, that's not creepy at all.
What do they give us? 11 seconds with that?
Yeah, we'll just kill it right there because that's the important part to see.
Did it show him dying? I didn't.
Sovereign Cosmic Wildman says Abby is on point. Yeah, I don't know anything about it. So if you guys know anything about the Ed Sheeran situation, please let us know. Good to see you, Due Diligence. Good to see you, BrainPod.
Hey, do.
Yeah.
Yeah, BrainPod says talk about the Biden mask. Clearly visible.
Oh, we got that.
Visible in the Getty
yeah,
image.
we got
Did
it
you
all.
pull it?
Yeah, I got it pulled up. Here we go. So let's go into the Biden thing. So first, DeFranzer did a meme with what? Davar Eshed, and where they put the little tag on it says Made in China. That's really funny. So we're just going to show that real quick. Then we'll show the actual Getty image.
Maybe the clone was made in China.
Right? Yeah, they put a Made in China sticker on it. That's fantastic. That's probably what I would have done too if I could do those things. So yeah. All right, we'll show the actual picture now.
And this is an actual Getty image that I found myself. You know, not the one that everybody's been posting around, but so this is one that I pulled myself from the Getty.
That's the actual Getty image, which...
Oh, that's not the one I sent. Oh, I can't see it.
Isn't that the one? This is not the one.
I don't know. I can't
in.
see it yet. I have a delay.
You didn't send me the zoomed in one. Well, you sent me this one.
I sent you two. Showed you the one that just had the tag on, like by his ear, and then I showed you another one from the same event where you can't see it. So there were two Getty images taken on that day.
I missed it. Well, I mean, you did send me like 500 things, so you know.
I always send you like 500.
But it's my fault. I didn't.
Here, hold on. I'm gonna
make me go pull it out of Telegram. So we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna open up the phone lines here in about 10 minutes, guys, for you guys to call in with your input about.
So there's the one that I pulled. There's the one that I pulled from Getty, right? And then here's another one from the same event showing the same side of his head. Where
did you just resend it to me? In
yes. So it's down at the bottom. That way you don't have to look for it.
Okay. It's down at the bottom.
Yeah, both of them are down there now.
Dude, and that's you can the same one. You can't zoom in. Oh, if I hit the plus sign, I could zoom in on this one.
Well, I don't know, but what I'm saying, you can see the tag on the first one. You can't see it on the second one.
I don't know which one this is. Well. Oh, okay, this is the one with the tag thing. Hold on. All right, hold on. Oh, okay. This is the one we need. Got it. Okay, there's the one with the tag from Getty.
Yeah, and why the one that they're posting around says pool, I don't know. But this one is tagged as Ed Jones being the one that took the picture. This is that I pulled from the Getty website. And you can definitely see the little tag.
All right, here we go. Yeah, you can fully see the little tag, guys. And what, can we zoom in on this with Getty? No, you won't. It won't let you zoom
I don't know.
It won't let you zoom in. But yeah, you can fully see. That's so weird, dude. And if you really look, hey, if you really look, it looks like he has a mask on. I'm not kidding you. If you look at the edges here, if you look at the edges right here, you guys, it looks like he's got a face sealed on. Like, that's literally what it looks like.
My question is, why can't we see it in the second image?
Right, that's weird. Like, that's super weird.
Did you show them the second image?
Yeah, let me see. Let me show them
the one where he's just sitting there with his hand on his mask.
Hold on.
Like, what'd they do? Did they replace him because he was glitching, screaming at the sky? Like, what's the situation with that? I don't know.
All right, this one right here. So let me show them. She's talking
about this same side of his face.
Weird, dude. I mean, not that it directly has anything to do with clones, because, I mean...
No, but it is weird.
But it is weird. It's like homeboy's wearing a mask in one picture and not in the other. Like, what are we looking at here?
Right?
I don't know. I don't know what we're looking at. It's very strange. Very strange. There's always been weird stuff with him, too. Since day one. There's always been super weird stuff going on. So, yeah. So, there's a lot of articles about Ed Sheeran. I don't know much about this. Hopefully, somebody can educate me. But here's one of them. There's lots of articles about, you know, the sad, lonely life of Ed Sheeran's clone. I mean, so I guess this is like a thing. But I don't really know anything about it. Somebody just brought it to my attention today. So, yeah, man. This is a crazy rabbit hole, this clone thing. Allegedly, a lot of people are clones. But then they say there's a lookalike like Ed Sheeran. You know what I mean? That he's got a lookalike.
Yeah, well, the one looks a lot alike. Like, so, are these body doubles? Body doubles?
Body doubles, clones? Are we talking about? What are we talking about? Are we talking about body doubles, clones? Are we talking about all three? What? You know, twins? What's going on here, guys?
Right?
I don't know, but something's going on.
This is the question.
It's super weird. It's super weird. So you want to stop right there and open up the phone lines, Foil?
Yeah, go ahead. Is Tylena still out there? I know Tyler had something he wanted to contribute for sure.
I'll go ahead and put the numbers up on the screen now, and we can get her started here. Meeting ID and password is up on the screen, guys. Let me see if I can grab the link real quick and drop it in the chat. Yeah, man.
Yeah, that Ed Sheeran clone or lookalike or whatever even tricked Keemstar. You know, it was supposed to be like a practical joke or something. Like, who knows, man? Who knows? Hey, Phil Christophers, thank you for the super chat. Greetings from PMW. Souls can be fractionalized to go into multiple lives, so why not clones? Says Phil Christophers.
I'm excited to see what everybody else has to say about this topic. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and post also the link, the direct link to call in for you guys in both the chats. And we can go over some of the science stuff while we're waiting for people to get logged in and start calling.
Mike Holt with the dad joke for the win. What's a clone's favorite letter, Alara?
I don't know. What? Tell me.
W.
W? All right, there's
W.
Tyler. Tyler in the house.
Whoop, whoop.
Woot. Tyler Koala, welcome to the Conspiracy Couch. I heard you're out squatching, man. Is this true?
Oh,
audio's still connecting. Oh.
There we go.
What's up?
What's up, Tyler?
fam?
Are you out squatching, man?
I am.
That's
Can't
so
you tell?
cool. Have you seen any
Fantastic.
Bigfoots?
Am I live right now?
Yeah,
Yes.
you're live on the Conspiracy Couch. Welcome to the couch, Tyler. Koala.
Oh, that's what I'm watching?
Yeah. That's what you're doing.
What's up, guys?
What's up, man?
First of all, it was awesome what you guys showed starting off. Just presenting all that stuff before having callers because you covered a lot of ground already. So
There's so much.
There's so much.
There's so much stuff.
We still have like 15 things open here we can't even go into.
You,
There's not enough
you
time.
guys know about Bibliotheca Pleiades website?
Mm-mm.
I'm familiar with the website, but why do they talk about clones?
Yeah, literally endless documents going back to forever about clones. You'll spend weeks on there. Same thing. It's the best place. First of all, the whole website's in Spanish, and it's super confusing. So you have to type in on Google search. You have to type in Bibliotheca Pleiades, Bibliotheca Pleiades, Bibliotheca Pleiades. It's one word, and then space, and then clones. If you just go to their website, you'll never be able to navigate it unless you speak Spanish. So, but the articles are in English.
I'm dropping the link in the chats for the folks.
Okay, that's cool.
So
There
if you-
was something I was going to ask you just now, but I forget what it was. Go ahead, Tyler. Maybe it'll come back.
But I'm just saying, so just type in Bibliotheca Pleiades space clones on the Google search, and you should be able to find endless hours of rabbit holes. Same with anything, Voice of God tech, any conspiracy theory. I mean, that's the place to go if you want to do some digging.
How do you well, have you heard about this clonate thing in Canada with these Raelians? This Raelian stuff is so weird. You know about
The
that, right?
Raelians are
the
wild,
UFO
man.
cult.
I mean, I heard about Clonade, but I don't know.
We've talked about the Raelians a couple times on the trivia. They've come up in questions. I forget what the questions were, but yeah, I mean, they're definitely on some wild shit for sure.
Yeah, they started messing with them at the airport. They had some kind of airport meetup or something in Vegas, and
yes,
didn't the feds kind of like
it
jam
was
them
some
up?
kind of shenanigans.
Yeah, I didn't
right?
know they had a cloning facility and can't like legit. How can you do that and admit to that? And how can you Foil? You know more than you bound to know more about that than I do. Or Tyler, you don't know. None of y'all know. Y'all don't.
I don't actually know about that facility. No, I mean
they claim to have.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me at all. I mean, these things are probably everywhere. Like if you
no doubt.
if you read anything about Dulce, New Mexico, and that base, every single piece of material that you find on that talks about it being a cloning facility. And then you have listen to whistleblowers talking about Dulce, New Mexico cloning facility.
Well, think about it. How many pet cloning facilities are there? They've got to have the same capability to clone humans at the places where they're cloning your pets. I mean, for God's sakes. And then the dude in one of the first videos we were shown was talking about how they use a pituitary extract to amplify the growth rate of the clone.
Yeah, you're talking about George Green.
Yes.
So yeah, and that full interview is incredible. I recommend it. But also that movie Boys from Brazil is from the 70s. And he says that movie, I've watched it. He says that movie is direct disclosure down to even the names of the people that some of the characters are. Like that, like scary details. But in that movie, there's a scene that literally breaks down the cloning process.
What movie?
And the
Boys from Brazil.
Boys from Brazil.
Okay.
It breaks down the cloning process step by step to any scientist who's watching that movie could take that technique and replicate it on their own. They give you the recipe right there on camera. But that movie is about, the whole plot of that movie is about cloning Hitler. And they had like 20 some odd clones of Hitler. That little boy.
Oh yeah, we didn't even touch the Hitler clone thing. I totally forgot about that.
The little boy they showed on the screen that popped up when you were showing that video is supposed to be the young Hitler that they clone in the movie. And they make a bunch of them and they spread them out all throughout like Argentina to grow up with different families. And then it's an experiment. They want to eventually, and then they go around and check on the clones and see how similar they are, even growing up in different environments. But that movie, all the cloning takes place on like an island, and they basically, kidnap all these kids and bring them to the island. There's disclosure all over the place there.
And well, isn't it interesting how, and I went over this in my 22 IAA, the Intelligence Authorization Act, how they're talking about wanting all the information that we have on genetic collection from China, right? China has been collecting our DNA. Somebody just mentioned that's why I won't send any of my for genetic testing or anything like that. I mean, imagine what they could do with the DNA of all the people.
Well, according to who you listen to or what testimony you believe, original cloning technology comes from China, coming from in like the late 1800s, early 1900s.
Yeah, I saw some stuff like 1930s.
Yeah, they talk about that in the Serpo book, Secret Journey to Planet Serpo. But they talk about the Green Dragon and the Black Dragon Society actually being societies that were channeling reptilians, and they were cloning people underground in Tibet forever, and like half of the World War I army was clones. I mean, it's crazy, right? But it's interesting. So you have to think about all these SSP whistleblowers who are coming forward talking about being clones. Like Dan Cooper, according to his testimony, the version of him that we interviewed is a clone, because the way he explains his process. He said they took him up into the programs and immediately cloned him at age 17, and they put his they put his cloned body in stasis, and his original body carried out as 20 and back. And then at the end of the 20 and back, basically they killed him. And then they took the clone body that they made when he was 17, and that's the body that they returned. Apparently, this was before all the age regression technology, and they had to use just clones. So, and then like Johann Fritz was just said on an interview the other day, they were talking about like somebody asked, they called in, he was on with Dan Winter, and they're like, so what does real disclosure look like? And he goes, well, nobody's ready for that. And they're like, what do you mean? He's like, no. Do you think the population is ready to find out that every single person has 25 clones of themselves running around the universe?
Right.
And who knows what's going on? But you have to, I mean, just Google search movies about clones. The list is endless.
Right.
It's an endless list. I mean, they're telling you, yeah, somebody in the chat, The Sixth Day, Arnold Schwarzenegger, that movie is perfect.
Right. Replicants is a new one that was pretty good.
Yeah,
well, they're admitting to making super soldiers now publicly. I mean, they're admitting to they're acting like they're just now starting to do it, right? But
yeah, the movie Universal Soldier, that's what that's all about, and that's an old movie. I mean, they've been telling us the whole time. Going back to that Joe Biden video you guys were talking about, the most recent one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mission Impossible 2, I've talked about this before a lot, but that movie is all about a mask that you put on and it looks so human. That's like the whole plot of the movie. Everybody's wearing these masks and nobody knows who's who.
Right.
Put this mask on, it like has a technology that sucks to your face and you can't tell the difference if it's a real person or not. And the way they change their voice in the movie, they have a little sticker, a little strip that they put on your vocal cords and it changes your voice. And Alara, you mentioned like it looks like he's wearing like a mask.
It does. It does, and it's so blatant. And I know the masks are so good now that there would be no sign. So I'm like almost wondering on some level, are we getting trolled? Like what? Why am I seeing a break and a tab right there? Like that's not normal. The masks are so good now, you would never see that. You know what I mean?
Somebody said online that tab is those things you buy from. You know how you buy something from the store that has a tab you have to pull out from behind the battery before you can use it.
Right.
Yeah,
right. Exactly. Somebody forgot to pull the tab.
Like, what is going on?
That guy.
But
Go ahead,
Johan also said the only way that he knows, and he's not able to verify, but this is what he's been told, is that every clone has a super microscopic serial number on their thumbprint that won't show up under a normal microscope. You have to have like some type of high-powered microscope, and this is how they identify clones. And that's like that's the whole reason. Like we do our thumbprint everywhere. They know who's who, and then they talk about the soul. Everybody who's been like a Project Montauk survivor, talks about soul splitting technology, and that was the experiments they were doing. They were trying to see if they could split your soul into a clone and time travel and all that stuff. Because I know people earlier were talking about do clones have souls. Well, if they're splitting your soul and putting part of your soul into the clone, then that would mean that clone has an aspect of you living in it, right? And it technically is a soul.
Foil, this is where we need to talk about the difference between the consciousness and the soul, because you and I were talking about this the other day and we couldn't quite figure it out. Maybe Tyler knows more because he talks to a lot of people that would have knowledge on this issue. So are they splintering the consciousness and putting it into clones, or are they actually interfering with the soul? And then how can they do that? Like, how does the creator allow that? How do people have the technology to just split people's souls like that?
Yeah,
That's
I would
don't
think it would be the
understand.
consciousness. I can't fathom a world in which your soul itself gets fractured and dispersed. Like, but that's just me.
It's not. So Tony Rodriguez explained it is it's not actually splitting your soul, but
Phil
it's
Christopher's, I'll let you in just a minute. I just want to let you know, I know you're there. I see you. Okay, go ahead, Tyler.
He says it's not actually splitting your soul. It's technically making a blueprint carbon copy, like a copy.
So a copied soul, because that's all Satan can do is copy things. So it's not your soul.
But in essence, it is a split because part of you now is in another body that, according to Rebecca Rose and some other whistleblowers, that once these clones actually die, that consciousness shoots back to the original.
Back to the original, yeah.
And now you have the memories of that clone, and any trauma that they endured, it's now your trauma.
Because how would the body animate without the soul? The soul is what animates the human form, correct? So without that soul spark, how do they? That's the part that escapes me about cloning.
Well, yeah, I mean that's exactly. I'm sure they figured it out, obviously, but I mean I don't actually know. But I
don't. It has to be the consciousness. They have to be replicating synaptic pathways, and then they upload the consciousness somehow. But I don't know. I don't know. I can't see a world that God lets, and you guys know my thoughts on this, but I can't see how they would let soul itself
get copy. He says it's copy. I mean, that makes more sense to me than them actually being able to split the soul. I don't know that. Yeah.
You guys ever wonder if God or Source is looking at all this, being like, "Hey guys, I'm not fucked up," and maybe he will. Maybe he didn't mean to allow it, but there was a loophole that allows it, and then we should be forgiving.
Imagine he's pissed. Like that's all I can fathom is he's up there like, oh, y'all got one more time.
Like, what are you doing?
Or we need to stop putting so much pressure on him and forgive him and be like, hey man, that's all right. You know, if we're all one and we're all equal, then he's just like us, and he needs some loving too.
I don't know. I think the design of creation, even the dimensions, even the way that we shift them, the logo, like all of it is just the most perfect, amazing thing. And I can't see that anything about that perfection could be maybe copied, like you said, that these satanic people, whatever you want to call them, these satanic beings,
whatever,
they like to copy and imitate, but I don't think they can.
Well, okay, so let's take Peter Slattery's information. For example, he talks about being able to ascend to a point to where you get to create your own universe. That means you are the creator of that universe. Does that mean you're perfect? Who's to say that some dude on another planet Earth eventually ascended to a place to where he became creator and created our universe? In essence, makes him, by definition, an extraterrestrial, and by definition, it makes Jesus a hybrid because he created Earth. He's not from Earth. It's really interesting to look at it like that. I don't know. But anyway, back to the clones. So Daryl James, the guy we interviewed, and then we can let the next guy in after I say this. But
okay.
Daryl James, the next guy or one of the guys we interviewed said, Michael Aquino comes up in a lot of these testimonies where a lot of the satanic abuse is going on with children in cages and blah, blah, blah. But he explained seeing Michael Aquino, his vessel being placed in a room and just sitting there lifeless for like 12 hours a day. And they would literally, like, an entity would come and take over the body, and then it would start performing its task. And then it would like check out at the end of the day, and an entity would leave. Like, it was, in these different entities were using his body to perform tasks. So you got to think about clones being, like, you guys were talking about entities and clones earlier. Like, I think just like us, entities would probably actually prefer a clone body because they might actually be able to gain more control because they don't have an original soul fighting back, Very interesting.
That makes sense to me. So, Tyler, I hope you have a lot of fun. I hope you meet some Bigfoots, and if you do, I hope you get some on tape. What do you got coming up?
Highly classified Alara. He can't tell us.
Oh,
I ask
right.
him
That's
every
right.
week, and
He
I get
never
the same
does.
answer.
Right. He never.
Right.
Yeah.
The whole, I mean, we're just normally scheduled episodes, and we have our conference, our Secret Space conference next May.
Tell him about the conference. Yeah, Foil and I will be there.
I totally forgot to mention that.
We'll
Friday.
be
Thanks,
we'll be
Tylena.
repping Space Force News. We'll have a booth over there repping Space Force News. Go ahead, tell him about the conference. Foil. I mean, Tyler.
Yeah, so the whole idea of the conference is to build a case for the secret space program, get some of these people, not some of them, but a lot of the people that we've interviewed, whistleblowers, ex-military, physicists, hypnotherapists, get all these people together and bounce off of each other. I'm going to have a whistleblower panel. We're going to get all these guys in a discussion. We're going to build a case for the reality of this. We're going to really break it down and explore what the hell is going on. And it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited about that. Tickets are on sale. secretspaceconference.info. Lala Deaton's going to be playing music there. You guys are going to be there. I just been chatting back and forth with Ivan Teller. He's going to be there doing some private sessions. He's not going to be speaking, but he will be there doing private sessions, hanging out. So,
Grafton, Illinois. What's the dates? Grafton, Illinois, May of next year.
Yeah, Grafton, Illinois, May 2nd through the 5th.
Cool.
Be awesome, right? I did put the link in the Foxhole chat. I'm scared to click on anything. My internet's doing that thing again.
I can go pick it up and drop it in the other one.
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
It's secretspaceconference.info, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And as with all this clone stuff, just remember, it's all hiding in plain sight. Like even the Kid Buu thing, if that's, first of all, you know who Kid Buu is, right? That's a Dragon Ball Z character. And the M on his forehead is Majin Buu from Dragon Ball Z.
I don't know.
Which is
You guys know me. I pay attention to the birds.
Dragon Ball Z is disclosure, man.
Yeah, even clone disclosure in Dragon Ball Z. But even if that narrative is bullshit or not, this is like the Illuminati's way of telling you exactly what they're doing, banking on people just kind of laugh it off or write them off as crazy. But they're like, hey, we told them, And then you mentioned something about it being illegal. Well, I think it's just illegal for the citizens. I think the elites do what they want.
Well, agreed. But I mean, isn't it technically on the books supposed to be illegal? Like a group like the Raelians can't just be like, we're cloning people. Here's our facility. Come check it out. We're giving tours. Like that's not really like legal, right? The Raelians aren't. I don't know. We need to do a whole show and dig on those Raelians, dude.
Oh man, they're wild.
We need to dig all the way into that. Like I'm talking about not just a conspiracy guy. We need to do like a full dig on this cult and figure out who these people are, who they're connected to, everything
leaders,
about them.
Crazy, yeah.
Everything
about
about
them.
them.
Wild.
Especially if they are allegedly say they're cloning people and stuff. We need to, plus, right?
Yeah, you got me wanting to look into them because you got me wanting to look into them. I never have, so.
Well, thank you, Tyler. I better let Phil Christopher's in.
Yeah, I'll see you guys. Thank you. Have a great show.
Much love, Tylena.
Have fun squatching, man.
All right, see ya.
Okay, bye. All right, Phil Christophers.
Hello.
There he is. Welcome to the Conspiracy Couch. Please mute the stream, sir.
Okay, just a second. I'll mute myself here first.
I'm kind of stoked about the secret space conference,
That's
Alara.
gonna be
I think
fun.
we're gonna have a lot of fun out there.
It's gonna be
right?
fun. Yeah, and we'll
I'm
be in the
taking
woods.
peanut
We're gonna be in the
butter.
woods.
Yeah, we're gonna be in the.
Mhm.
We're gonna catch. We're gonna catch some squatch.
We're gonna take a
footage,
road
I'm
trip to get
sure.
there.
Yep, we're gonna alien hunt on the way. It's gonna be great.
Yeah,
maybe
sure.
do some interviews, live stream a little bit. It'll be fun.
Phil Christophers, do we get it worked
Yes,
out there, friend?
ma'am.
It's good to see ya.
Hi.
It's good to see you all, and thank you for letting me on here. I
Thank
appreciate
you for being here.
So, to get back to what I said in the chat there. So the way I look at it, the MK Ultra, they come in and they fracture,
Right.
It's hard for me to talk without saying cuss words here, but I will try. So they come in and, they'll traumatize this young person and that they're going to put into the program, or even if it's going to be one of their kids, right, that's going to grow up to be president or
right
or whatever. And so they'll use that MK Ultra crap to fracture the soul. So I really believe that they can do this. It's called alters.
Right.
So they can do that. They can alter, and then they somehow can grab that alter and put it in another body. Is what I'm thinking is what's going on here, because it does. I think you even mentioned it. You need the soul or some portion of the soul in order to animate the body. Otherwise, that body is just going to go.
It's true. All you need is a portion of the soul. And they say that our original soul, anyways, is much bigger. Like, it's not, in other words, it's not even my whole soul animating this body right now. It's only a portion of it. You know what I'm saying?
No, it can be that you're not completely in your body, but your soul can be complete. I mean, it is possible.
Right.
You have to do a lot in order to expand your consciousness out where you can accept the complete soul. I agree.
So my theory about, like, I've stated this before about me, that I'm not the same person that I used to be. And my understanding of it, you could call it all kinds of different things. But my understanding of it is that a higher aspect of my soul, maybe a higher percentage of it, I don't exactly know the technical terms, but whatever that is happened to me. It walked in. You know what I mean? And I'm literally not the same person I was when I was younger. Like, literally not. Like, I have memories from back then, but they're like another lifetime ago. They're like cellular memories. They're not vivid. They're very abstract.
I have the same.
Right.
I have some of the same kind of, yeah.
And I think the same thing happened to her. What about you, Phil? Have you had this experience or know people that have? And maybe this is something to do with consciousness expansion and the shift.
Right. Well, okay. So I've done things to two things that I've done. I did a shamanic journey where I went into a sweat lodge and baked my brain, I guess is the best way to put it.
Yeah.
And then it got me into these other lifetimes that I lived. So I was living concurrently, because I mean, there is only the now.
Right.
Or you could look at it as time space, where there's three dimensions of time and one dimension of space. So you can look at it that way too. But you're fractalized out into, anytime you're on a planet and you're trying to bring in, get as much information or experience from that coming into this planet. So, I'm coming into the Earth, into this Earth field, and I want to understand it. So I'm going to have to spread myself out, say 33 generations, in order to get the big picture, right?
Right.
I mean, each life is kind of insular, right? It's just, I see the room around me, I see the screen, and I believe that I'm seeing you all out there. But maybe this is all an illusion too, or a hologram. And so we really don't know what's going on here for
We know it's weird. We do know that.
Yeah,
Well, so much
it's
to that.
super weird, man. Yeah, the whole
We don't
thing.
know exactly what is actually real here anymore.
It's true.
If anything.
If anything, what if the whole thing's just a holodeck?
Yep.
On a ship.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, it could be, but I don't think it is. I think they can actually create worlds, and in fact, I know they can, because I've connected to my twin soul, which is
that's cool.
Is a female on a planet or a planet ship. It could be teamed a planet ship rotating around the White Dwarf Series B.
Oh wow, cool.
And so she talks about the ship or this planet, kind of like a ship, because they can move it, wherever they want it to be. But yeah, they live on that, and they created that.
Right.
It's, they terraformed the rock, or what was left of the remnant after the, a white dwarf. It goes through a phase, right? It was an M's class star or some kind of a star, and it collapsed, and big CME, and it wipes out all the life, burns every rock out there that's a planet, right? So they had to come back in and rebuild this whole planet, so they can. This is what they talk about: class 1 society and a class 2 society and a class 3. Class 1, you have the complete control of your planetary body.
Right. You mean type 1, type 2, type 3 civilizations? How much
Right,
energy?
yeah.
Right. Go ahead.
Yeah. So in the class 2, you've got the complete solar system energy that you're utilizing, and then in class 3, you're utilizing the whole galaxy. So we've got people out there that have, say, Sirius B, for instance. Those people that were there, they had a big ship. They escaped
right.
Their star blowing up, and they came back, and they've got they've got the power they've got the knowledge, they've got everything that they need in order to. This is why we look at these people as angelic, is because they can manifest so much at once. So
right.
We have those kind of people around. Okay, and then we have let's say the reptilians or the grays, and so they're kind of like a fourth dimensional, a little lower dimensional, but they still have. They've stolen, just like the Chinese stole all our technology. They've stolen all the technology they can get off of the higher Galactic Federation or whatever you want. And so they're using that against us.
Right.
So they have this technology that can actually MK Ultras, shatter your soul, and spit it out. As Tyler said, Tony Rodriguez talks about that, and
yeah, I had forgotten about that element of it and how that could kind of play into understanding how they're able to animate these clones and stuff. I had totally forgotten about that for some reason. So yeah, I'm really glad that you brought that up. I've got 2 other people in the waiting room that I've got to let in here, but
I'll let you take. I'll leave here, and then. But I wanted to get that across here.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, because I hadn't even thought about the fracturing of the mind through the MK Ultra and how that could create fragments, and then you could take that fragment. That's probably what their technology does. It takes that fragment and then puts it in a clone, and they're able to animate that clone body. That makes perfect sense. So I'm glad you brought that up.
An altar. It's also called an altar. So they can take the altar and use that as the motivating thing. But you're right. If you just have well, let's say it, for instance. So in this body, let's say I've got 80% of my soul. I came in with 80% of the soul. I'm not saying that I did have that much when I came in. I'm just saying, for an instance. So they get a hold of me and they do their bullshit to me, and I split off into 2 personalities here. Well, maybe this dominant one is this guy here, Phil Christophers, and then there's this other guy over here is George,
right?
And it's got all my negative aspects to it. So they, oh yeah, we want that one. Boom, we'll drag that off.
Put him in a clone.
Stick it in this clone, and now they've got the perfect soldier.
Right? Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
It's just a fraction. It's not even, so like say they took out 10% of me.
Right.
So now I'm, or maybe even more, 20, say 20 or 30. So I'm down to 60% or 50%, let's say. So I'm a little less animated and not as cognitively bright as I was. That might be the only thing you notice about me, is that it kind of slowed down a little bit.
Yep.
And then got this other one, but it can be, it's easier to control. You can put an entity into it, an entity attachment to it, and direct it.
Yep.
You've got the animating force, because these guys can't animate anything by their own.
Right. They have to steal a portion. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Thank you, Phil, for calling in, and thank you so much for all your love and support always.
Yes, much love to you all.
Thank you.
I mean, I really do love and appreciate you guys, and try to watch you all the time.
It's always great talking to you. Thank you, Phil, for calling in.
All right, have a good day.
You too. Okay. All right, man. Hangover Gang Anon, and then I will let in Pilled by the Rabbit. Yeah, he had some great points I didn't even think about, Foil.
The
like, I didn't even think about the mind fracturing with
BrainPod
the MK
said,
Ultra
like,
and how that plays into the clone thing.
BrainPod said that's like droning a human. You take a piece, put it in another piece, you've made a drone.
It makes sense. It makes perfect sense. Welcome to the Conspiracy Couch Hangover Gang Anon. What's going on,
up,
friend?
Fam? Good to see you.
Hello, how are you?
Wonderful.
This is the first time I've called into your show.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for calling.
Okay, I can offer a little information about cloned animals.
Okay.
All right, most people clone their animals do so after they've died.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So they actually do it from DNA. And it's a full entity. I mean, it has a heart, a mind, a soul, everything. But it may not have, they say it may not have the same personality. Just like an identical twin, both of them don't have the exact same personality.
Right.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Do you know anybody that's done this? I mean, I'd be interested to see, like, I wonder if Caesar got cloned, if he would be a different Caesar, right? Right? Like, would his behavior be different?
I don't know anybody who has a clone.
Tear the shit up out of my couch, like.
I know of somebody, like I know somebody that knows somebody. I don't know him myself.
Yeah.
And I know it was a dog, and when they got the dog, it was a puppy they had to raise, just like, just like a puppy. And it did look exactly the same, and it had similar traits, but it was not exactly the same animal.
I gotcha.
Yeah, something always creeped me out about that, man. And I loved my dog. My dog died, I don't know, like six or 7 years ago now. And that was my dude. My dog, that was, my dude. And it traumatized me really bad when he died, but never once did I ever consider cloning him.
Cloning.
It just, something told me on an instinctual level, like, that's not, let's not do all that. So.
Well, the dog I had has been dead 15 years. And right after she died is when I heard about being able to clone your animals.
Mm-hmm.
So I called my vet and I said, what do I need as far as DNA? Mm-hmm. And he told me, and I dug into the grave and I cut off her ear, and I have her ear. So I have her DNA in case
you want
to clone.
Yeah, if I ever win the lottery, I will have her.
So you've thought about you've thought about doing it, and you would do it if you had the funds to do it, huh?
Absolutely.
Really? Something for me, I couldn't, I don't know. I just didn't.
This dog she was with me when I got my divorce, and she was part of my soul. I mean.
Yeah, I get it.
I've had lots of dogs. I mean, I had 23 Great Danes at one time. I used to raise and show them. But this one particular one, she was just part of me.
Right.
get it.
Yeah, I'd be heartbroken if something happened to my dog, for sure. I don't know if I could clone him, but I definitely would be heartbroken. I feel you.
But I think I also learned a valuable lesson out of that relationship with my dog. Like it took me down losing him, right? But I learned that I had kind of like, it's not in a negative sense. I just did a lot of reflection after that happened because I had no choice. You know what I mean? I was tripping. Is that I feel like I realize now that I put too much love into my dog and I was too codependent on him to where when he died, it destroyed me. You know what I mean? And I think it helped me, learning from that relationship helped me set up better boundaries in my own life today, right? Because I don't ever want to feel that devastated again at the loss of something, because that's what happens in life. You lose things, you lose people, you lose pets, and you can't let anything ever have that much power over you where it can destroy you like that, right? So I think I learned a really valuable lesson in that relationship. You know what I mean? With my dog. And I guess maybe for me, I wouldn't clone him because I feel like I need to let go of him. I needed to let go of him. And I'm glad I have let go of him. And then if I cloned him, maybe I wouldn't be able to heal as a person in the way that I have if I tried to replicate him. What do you think about that, Hangover Gang?
Well, yeah, I know what you're saying. I understand.
Yeah.
I just would like to have another one like her.
Right. Yeah, I understand. There's some people and pets and entities in our lives that we feel like just aren't replaceable, period. And, it's definitely easy to feel like that about something or someone,
Yeah, I don't know if I could feel the same about clone Alara as I feel about Alara.
Right?
I always be looking like, all right, clone Alara.
Right.
Like,
I don't know that it would be me or,
yeah, there'd be something innately I'd be like, nobody cares what you have to say, clone Alara.
Right.
Right.
I was gonna say, is Alara your pet?
What?
Right. No, yeah, Alara's definitely she's that's my road dog. Maybe like that, but
yeah. Foil would be rude to my clone. She'd be like, you can hang out for like a minute, then you gotta go. Like, go get OG original Alara. This is some BS.
Yeah, like, what's this clone doing here? I don't know about this, guys.
Yeah, well, definitely let us know if you do ever decide to clone.
Oh yeah, we want a regular update.
We would like to know about how this worked out and what it was like to have a clone of your pet. So, because I've never known anybody who got one. So, how long ago did you lose your dog?
It's been more than 15 years.
Yeah. Well, you still think you might consider it someday, or do you think you've healed enough where you don't? Well, I mean, obviously you haven't done it, but is it only money that's a factor why you haven't done it, or do you think there's something in you that is kind of keeping you from doing it on an emotional or spiritual level?
Well, I never have really been able to seriously consider it because at that time it was $10,000. So who knows what it is now?
Yeah.
And I'm just a regular person.
It's a lot of money.
I would actually have to win the lottery or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't have any relatives rich enough to leave me that kind of money, or
Well, thank you, Hangover Ganging On, for calling in and
much love to you. Thank you for calling us,
sharing your experience with that stuff.
Thanks for
Thank
having
you.
me.
Have a wonderful day. It was wonderful meeting you and getting to talk to you.
All right, same.
All right.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Oh, they said a clone of me would be a Dollar Tree foil clone. Right? There will be no Dollar Tree clones.
What they called you,
foil,
Dollar
folks.
Tree foil, clone foil? What is that?
My clone would be a Dollar Tree.
I'd probably be
foil
mean.
clone.
I'd probably be mean to your clone too, foil.
You
I'd
love
be like, kick
everything.
rocks, bro.
No, you'd be like, oh, entity that looks like this foil.
No,
right?
I'd be mean to your clone too. I can be mean.
I'd be mean to my clone.
I'm not very good at being mean, but
like, you gotta go, clone foil. We're not doing all this.
Yeah.
Like Method said, there's only room for one of us, man.
Yeah.
Kick rocks.
I don't think I'd be mean to my clone, dude. I'd feel
no,
bad.
you'd be besties with your clone. You'd be like, oh, clone Alara.
I'd be checking my clone all the time though. I'd be like, no, we're not gonna do that. Let's not do that. Let's not form that habit, okay? Let's just not do that. Pilled by the rabbit. What's going on, my friend? Welcome to the Conspiracy Couch. How are you today?
I'm happy to be back on the couch.
All right. We love your background there.
Happy to have you.
You've got a pretty reptilian
I'm happy
white
to hop
horns.
in here. So we're talking about clones.
Yes, we are. What comments?
So what's the deal? Is Biden just a bad copy of a copy of a copy?
I wish we knew what he was. I really wish that we knew what he was. I don't think we know what he is.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on
Can't
this
tell,
planet at all, really, anymore. At all.
But
So
we
that's-
live in very interesting times, don't we?
Oh,
That's why we have these
interesting
conversations,
times.
because we're trying to figure out what's going on this planet. None of us really know.
I can't keep up.
It's I don't even know. And the crazy thing about this administration is like they're really not even trying to be discreet about the heinous stuff they're doing. It's just
they
right
just
out in
put
the
it all
open now.
out there. Like, look at this crazy
But,
stuff that you're gonna laugh at and call people crazy for believing.
That's what's been prophesized in the ancient texts, about the end of days, man. This is what the
As in the
apocalypse
days
is.
of Noah.
The great
so
reveal.
shall the coming of the Son of Man be.
Yep.
We signed up for this.
Yep.
We signed up for this, and it's actually getting kind of enjoyable in its own twisted way.
I mean, if you can laugh at it, if you've learned to laugh at heinous stuff and you've developed that kind of sense of humor where you can laugh at anything, then it's, it's.
I definitely, unfortunately, laugh at the heinous stuff.
It's the laughter that really pisses them off.
Mm-hmm. They hate it.
Man.
I learned a lot of that from Belushi's Lounge.
Laughing pisses them off.
Laughing, dancing, raising your hands, joy.
Right.
Just thank God for the foxhole.
Yeah,
Right.
you got to keep dancing and you got to keep laughing, man, through it all. You got to keep your
and
vibes high.
And ritual of some sort.
Mm.
I get out and I dance and I make weird noises and I have a lot of fun. I am so excited that you get to go and hang out with the Sasquatch.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna bring peanut butter.
Who's
we're gonna,
going to see Sasquatch? Oh, in Illinois? Are we going squatching?
Yeah, man. Why wouldn't we?
I don't
We're
think
gonna go
they like
alien
me.
hunting on the way there. We're gonna go put out some peanut butter traps, and we're gonna get to the bottom of this. Man.
Right.
We're gonna get to the bottom of this.
They like peanut butter. They like apples.
That's what I hear.
It'd be
Get
just my
organic.
luck. Foyle would meet a Bigfoot, and and I wouldn't, right?
You may meet them in different ways. A lot of people just start dreaming about them.
Bigfoots? Hey, one showed up to my friend at ECETI when we were there. I forget every time I went to talk about it. I totally
Smacked
forgot.
Tyler on the ass that one time.
No, like it phased in. It was there, and there was a footprint. She showed it to me. That it left a footprint. They got the footprint. James went out there, made a cast of the footprint. It was like legit. There was a big footprint, and then it came in. She got out of her RV. She was staying in an RV, and it I forget the exact story. You'd have to ask her, Jennifer. But it phased in. She actually saw one, and then I think it ran off like they always do. I think it tried to hug her. Or it was something crazy. It was some kind of bizarre, crazy that never happens type of thing. So that Bigfoots don't try to hug me. That's the
I never got a hug, but I did pour a mold of a great big footprint while I was there, and they were right behind my tent. Footprints.
Yeah.
And I think they leave the prints when they're phasing in and out. Because there's something
right,
you can't make the kind of print that they make. The ground's too weird.
There's something weird going on there with that. So, do you have any comments about the clone thing and the?
What do you know?
Just that we live in very strange times, and anything just seems like it's not so surprising now, and the music industry is getting more fun to study.
Oh,
well, it seems like some of these people are what Dolores Cannon calls background people, NPCs.
Yeah,
so are we looking at clones?
Saying that too.
Like in a video game, they're the background players.
Yes.
That just there, but not really there.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why when I go in public, which isn't very often, but when I do and go in public, I like to connect with people, and you do that with your eyes. You know what I mean? And you'll run into these people that there's no that spark, that light, that whatever it is that you can connect in the eyes with somebody.
The lights are on,
it's
but
not
nobody's
there.
home.
It's not there, and you wonder, is that an NPC? You know
Well,
what I mean?
unfortunately, I'm starting to see that with people who've been vaccinated. just a little less connected to their soul.
Right.
Well, or very disconnected from reality. That too.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what they're trying to do to us, man. They're trying to enslave us, turn us into the Borg, and disconnect us from the Creator. You know, because so many people are waking up and connecting on a deeper level with the Creator. They're trying to reverse that process in the best way they know how, but they can't. The people that are gonna have that awakening and reconnect and get on that deeper level with the Creator and with each other, because that's part of the process. As you connect with the Creator, you connect deeper with the entities around you. So they're trying to reverse that process. They're trying to slow it down, but they're not going to succeed. And that's what people need to understand. They're not going to succeed.
Yeah, it's like a whole vibration that they can't even
there's nothing they can do about
find the frequency of. So it's really easy to throw that frequency to them, and they break apart. We're literally just watching it break apart and old systems falling.
Yeah.
So it's going to be messy. Old systems are going to be a little messy when they fall.
We're watching the collapse of the old guard. I mean, couldn't it be worded any better than that? It's exactly what we're watching. And
yes,
it's going to change, guys. It's just, I think I had this image that it was going to change really quickly, you know, in a certain way that I had in my head. And I know that that's not accurate. And I know that it's going to take a lot longer than, you know. So you have to ask yourself this question. I signed up for this, right? I'm here and I'm dedicated to this, right? But this is going to take way longer than I originally thought when I signed up, right? But does that change anything? I know for me, that doesn't change a thing. It just means I adapt to a marathon rather than a sprint. That's all. How about you, Pill?
You have to.
Can't there be a reality where it happens faster? Can't we find that?
Maybe we could try to manifest it. I don't know.
I think we can. I think
maybe
we should
our
try to
mass consciousness.
at least try to manifest that.
Well, we
I
wake
don't want
up
dragging out.
If we wake up more people, then that means there's more of us manifesting, you know, a timeline where that stuff happens quicker. So maybe that's what we got to focus on is waking up your fellow man, being patient with them and with one another, raising our vibes and loving and supporting one another, right?
Yeah. Always feels good on your couch. Thank you.
Thanks, Bill. We love having you on our couch. It's always a delight. I love your dragon in the background too. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah, awesome. Well, we really appreciate you calling in. I think I'm going to cut the show a little bit early today and not go quite as long as we normally do, but Pill, I really appreciate you calling in. It's always a pleasure to have you on the couch sharing your light with us and your positivity.
Yes.
And
I appreciate being here.
Yeah.
And I'm going to see if I can figure out the button.
To get out.
There it is.
There you go.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, Pill by the Rabbit. Have a fantastic day. Thanks for calling in. Phil Christophers, we will win, ladies. The Starseeds are here, and we are complete and can easily kick their asses. Love the positivity, you guys.
I'm all about kicking asses.
So many positive people hang out over here, and I absolutely love each and every one of you. So much.
It's fantastic.
Yeah. So, yeah, the clone thing, man, I don't know. Some good calls today. I really figured out some insights that I hadn't quite. I mean, when you take in the MK Ultra into consideration, Foil, then it kind of starts to like.
Yeah,
The
there's a lot
fragmenting
here.
of the soul, and then that makes sense because our own experiences with the higher aspect or whatever you want to call it taking over, it's the same sort of dynamic, except that happens in a divine respect. What they're doing is manipulated by man.
Well, what's crazy is
trauma.
we know this. I mean, it's scientific fact that they can do this. We've seen examples, like they have done it and admitted to it. Like aside from the rappers and all this other stuff, they can clone beings, right? Like, so this, you know, the question is, how far have they gone with it? Thank you, Noli's Truth, for the cookie. You know, the question is just how far have they taken it?
Well, you know what I think. I think, you know, we never can prove, really, at least not yet, whether somebody's a clone or not. We really don't know for a fact. But we can say that there's a lot of suspicious stuff going, especially in the entertainment industry and in politics. There's a lot of suspect stuff going on. There's definitely nefarious things going on in these programs that we don't even admit to. We don't even admit that we have back-engineered UFO technology, right? And this has been going on for how long? So who knows what kind of nefarious things are going on in these, you know, guarded bases underground.
Yeah,
one
these
can only
crazy
hope
labs.
that they're starting to be taken out by white hats who are in that pay grade to know and understand what's going on. That's all we can do is really kind of hope that that stuff is starting to go away. But I think eventually, like we were talking about, you get into the esoteric stuff of what Pilled by the Rabbit was saying, I really believe that enough of us waking up, it just shifts. It just ends. And I think that's why all this darkness is coming to light, man. It's coming to light so that it can end, right? So something can be done about it, because for so long it was happening in the dark and in secret and nobody knew. And you can't do anything to change it or manifest something different until you become consciously aware of it. So
I'm with you. Thank you, Canine Lover, for the can. Much love to you.
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't a theory. I mean, we know they can do it. It's just, what have they done with the information?
Right. And how many of these clones are walking around up here on the surface, and we don't know it. So yeah, man, clones. All right. So what do we got coming up, Foil? What shows do you have coming up? What's going on?
Tomorrow, guys, I hope you'll all join me tomorrow at 9 o'clock on my channel. I'm going to be going into the anti-federalist papers, because it was the anti-federalists that were concerned with government overreach and tyranny, and they don't get as much coverage as their compatriots, the federalists. But it was the anti-federalists that came up with the Bill of Rights, and that were constantly worried about censorship and just the nature of the elites to continue to feed their own power structure. So I really want to talk about that. That'll be tomorrow at 9 o'clock on my channel. Come hang out. And then Friday, conspiracy theory trivia with Tylena, with Tyler Koala. Right? Tyler will be back, and we'll be doing that at 8 Eastern.
Stacks is interesting how they chose a lamb to clone. That is interesting. I didn't even think about that.
Right?
Strange reality we live in, guys. Super strange. Always suspect stuff going on. All right, so today's Monday? Okay, so Wednesday I will be on with Methods from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern. So yeah, definitely come and hang out, check that out, and call in if you feel so inclined. And then what else do I have going on that? I don't think we have anything else till Space Force News on Sunday night.
Space Force
News on Sunday night, 6 p.m. We're talking about doing some other projects, guys, right now, but nothing's really ironed in stone yet. So, but I will definitely make announcements on my Telegram channel, as I always do when things do get kind of solidified in that direction. And my Telegram channel is Alara of Sirius channel. Foil, you can find Foil on Twitter at Foil the. If you're still on Twitter. But she posts all her shows and updates and stuff on my Telegram channel anyways. It's like half hers. It's half hers. So anyway. Yep.
Hey, Suitor, thanks for the super chat. Yeah, we're actually closing the show out now, fam. But we love you.
Yeah.
Right? Geneseppe, thanks for the can. Oh, don't forget to do the lemons and the
scratching. Yeah. Oh, see,
right?
Whenever I don't write it down, that's
throw in. Now is the time. Alara is going to release the scratching.
Let me go do D Live first. I'll get rid of the lemons, and then I'll do the scratching.
Right? Dolly the sheeple. Yes, exactly. Much love to you, Successful Sarah. Good to see you. Hey, Lydia, you caught us live. What's up? Hi. Hi.
Okay, so there it goes.
Oh yeah, commies are garbage. We were tripping last night on SFN, right?
Lemons are going out. Lemons are going out over on D Live, and I will go ahead and grab the scratching right now too for you guys. Ooh, Woke Societies is live right now, you guys. Over on the Foxhole. Patriot News, Woke Societies, Magical Trevor, and PSB are live right now. So go to Woke Societies, say hello. Let them know that Alara and Foil sent you. All right, let's see. Scratching is going out right now, guys. Scratching is released, I think. Is everybody getting their scratching over there? I think it said
yes.
Out. Okay, thank you.
It's gone out. I see it highlighted.
All right, cool. All right, so everybody's got their stuff. Everybody got the link to the Secret Space Program Conference for those who are interested next May. You've got a while to prepare for that. So yeah, Foil and I will be there. We will have a repping Space Force News, selling merch, shooting stuff, who knows, squatching, looking for UFOs, all that fun stuff. So yeah, definitely. If you're in the area or you have the ability to, definitely come and check out the Secret Space Program Conference next year in May. And on that note, we love you guys. Hope everybody has an awesome, amazing day. Go show some other people some love. And we will catch you guys on Sunday or next Monday. Bye, guys.